Good morning, crypto fam, and welcome back to the Coin Kings channel. I am his live host down the Crypto TA, and we got a little bit more of a move up today, this morning, compared to yesterday's debacle. You can see our previous day high here, our previous day low here from yesterday, and we are above our previous day high. A little bit of some bearish divergence here on this 15-minute time frame. But the 4 hour actually started to curve to the upside. Finally, it was a slow grind, but it is there. It is getting there. It's getting there. So we'll take a look back at our 4 hour from yesterday here, real quick. You can see right here. Yesterday we were below our regression line right here. We were also below our horizontal line right here, and we got the breakup right here. We got the breakup right here. So we just pushed into this trend line right here. So recall I drew this trend line right here off of the 12-hour time frame. So you can see how we're tapping into that. It was far removed. I said to give us some a little bit of running space right here. So it's a 12-hour trend line, which why it looks a little funny. It's nothing that I just added onto it. I drew this out yesterday from this time frame right here, and I did it by, I think it was just connecting this top and that top right there. So that's how we got to the conclusion of this trend line that we're pushing into on a 4 hour time frame. And the reason why I did that also is because we were still consolidating between standard deviation 1 and 2 on the Bollinger Bands. So it was important for me to do that. I really want to see us actually break out and above here for clarity that we're actually leaving the trap. If you don't know what I classify as the trap, again, it's exactly what I said, where you consolidate between standard deviation 1 and standard deviation 2. And you just continue to do that. So standard deviation 1 can be treated as resistance, and you can just do this back and forth, and keep doing this back and forth, going down. I want to see us actually break out of here and at least push up here into this 20 SMA that we have here. So we have the 50 is slightly above this blue line right here. So this is one of the levels that I'm talking about. Over time, we will see this 20 SMA start to grind down a little bit lower. But you can go with this blue line right here, which if I push us back on the 4 hour time frame, let me just take that away. Push us back on the 4 hour time frame so we can see it a lot clearer. It's just this underbelly right here. So we have these prior lows that could act as resistance. But like I said, the 50% retracement is just slightly above that level. It could be that we wick into it, or wherever that 20 SMA might be at the time, okay? So do bear that in mind. We do want to get above here. That's going to just give us clarity that, hey, we're breaking above that standard deviation 1. And when we do that, we're looking to get to the 20 SMA. We're looking to get to the mean on that Bollinger Band, okay? It's right in here. It's just right in here. All right, if we're lucky, we'll come up a little bit higher and we'll get in here, but we're doing okay today. We did see a little retracement in here, but we held our zone. So that's good with our VWAP here and our 382 Fibonacci retracement, which is this green line right here. And I do also keep in mind, because I said this yesterday, when you get a bounce from a 382, that is a shallow retracement. So if we start to pump here, just understand that means that investors are willing to pay more money to enter this position. That is a premium level 382. Investors are willing to pay more money to be in this. So we could absolutely blast through here. We could. But right now, I'm leaning towards a lower high, and that'll be somewhere between these lows here and that golden pocket. But if we start to really see some adrenaline kick in here, we start to see us really pushing. It is a 382 bounce. That is a premium buy. Okay. 4 hour. I wanted to wait until we confirm. I didn't draw it in here yesterday. I just wanted to wait until I could say, looks like we're confirming that bullish div here on the daily time frame. Now, I talked about the fact that we were printing some bullish divergence. Was printing some bullish divergence on a couple of time frames. 1 hour had some bull divs on it. We had started to play out the 1 hour bullish divergence. The 4 hour had some bullish divergence, but that last drop that we had got on the 4 hour, we didn't have any more local divergence between our last two pivots, but you could still see the price action was dropping faster than momentum. I talked to you about what are we talking about? Because I've been looking at a whole bunch of other stuff here. Been looking at a whole bunch of other stuff here. Let me see. I think that we were talking about open interest. Yeah, I think that we were talking about open interest because what I was seeing with open interest now it was the and I was looking at it through the lens of the IBIT share. We had open interest going up, which means that we had, well, it can mean anything. It's just new orders were opening. Okay, so we had open interest going up. We had price declining, but we also had volume declining, which means that there was some weakness in the move to the downside. But we could see that through the bullish divergence that we had on multiple time frames through here. So it looks like we're starting to print on this bullish div right here on this daily. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's hope we can continue with this energy right here. I was also checking out the SPY this morning because I wasn't so sure. So I was like, we probably see a gap down. No. We held, okay? So I was talking to you about this level right here, which we did do an SFP on, okay? So yesterday we did get an SFP off of this trend line right here. So if I put you on the 4 hour time frame, you can see the SFP right here. So we did the SFP right here yesterday. I still thought, I don't know. Maybe we still, but we did do an SFP yesterday. And just a candle ago, we started to break up out of this trend line right here. So let's see. We'll see how it goes. Market still has to open. But we are seeing the break of this beautiful trend line right here on SPY. We do have this gap up to the upside right here as well, which could easily get filled if we do find, that strength over here on the S&P this morning. Also, we know we have NVIDIA earnings today. Right. We got NVIDIA earnings today, and it's already doing, some sort of a little move back up here. But we were looking at it here on the 24-hour time frame. You could see that. That at best we were holding. We're still holding in bullish territory right through here at this low right here. Prior high over there also, but we're pushing back up above this trend line right here, which we were settling on this before we started to push down a little bit lower. Got some moving averages in here holding that support as well. I was looking for something more like down here towards this trend line right here, if it was to continue to roll over, but right now we are seeing a push back to the upside for now, before we even get to this beauty right here today, which is after hours. Okay, it is after hours. Let's take a look at this. So you can see we're still holding everything in here. Still looks pretty beautiful. If I zoom out, like I said, maybe a 24-hour time frame, you can see exactly what I was talking about right here. Just that tap right here. That's just a 60. So we remained in bullish territory here for NVIDIA. All right. Also keep in mind that with SPY also, which I really didn't put a lot of thought into it yesterday, because we were talking about the fact that look at that little reaction right there. We were talking about AMD, Intel, some of your semiconductor stocks. it was 4 hour was showing that they could get a bounce in here. And since semiconductors are really running the market right now, that helps. That helps a bit. Okay. So let's actually take a look at those as well. Just want to see what those are doing in here as we're seeing a little push on Bitcoin. So 4 hours what we were analyzing. So 4 hour it shall be. Going too far, huh? Going too far. All right, AMD. Remember I said to you could pick this one up. And we actually had a perfect freaking bounce, man. Perfect freaking bounce, man. It's just a trend line. Anybody can draw that trend line right there. We was looking down here. Remember I said right in here, you had a little bit of bearish divvies right here, but this tends to give you right here. So that was looking good down here to say you can jump in on this one now. If it takes out the high, I don't know. If it goes back up and takes out the high. Still looks amazing on the higher time frame, such as the weekly time frame. Some of these other time frames, it looks like it wants to correct a little bit more. So I can't tell you if it's going to take out that high or not, and continue to push higher. But nonetheless, I could identify that you have the potential for a bounce here. I said the same thing about Intel in here. Intel was also looking really juicy down in here. So you had the potential for a bounce in here. And then, of course, we dropped that VWAP on there. Kiss on that VWAP right there. Looking beautiful, baby. Looking beautiful for this little bounces in here. All right. I didn't really get into like Qualcomm and ARM technology. Didn't really get into those too much. But you can see right down through here, we're checking out the energy in here. So, the energy ain't matching. You more than likely got some sort of a bounce in here. But AMD and Intel, most certainly. Okay. And I think we were doing what? Did we drop below the 50 right here? I think when we was looking at this yesterday, because we were talking about the fact that the last bounce we got came from a 382, which, like I just said with you with Bitcoin, a 382 bounce. Like, you must know this. If you bouncing away from there, it's rather strong. There's some merit to it. Let me put on the bullish guys, and show enough. Put on that bullish duo, baby. Put on that bullish duo. Woo. All right, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, calm down, gal, calm down. Pop this on back over to SPY. You know what I was looking at this morning? I was checking out some cybersecurity stuff. I happened to look at Fortnite yesterday. Oh my gosh. I'm like, do a put right now. I didn't do a put. But have you seen it? Look at this monthly candle. I just got to go here. Have you seen that monthly candle? Jeez. So it's like, let's take a look at some of these other ones in here. Let's take a look at some of these other ones. Check out CrowdStrike. Look at that. Now, these two right here, Okta and Qualis, just getting started. I don't know, but just trying to get started. I got some things I need to think about. Over here. So I was running back through their financials to see, because I most certainly cannot jump into Crowd, and I most certainly cannot jump into Fort right now, because these are running. So these are your cybersecurity bros right here. But geez, I was considering this right here. Already starting to move, but it hasn't done anything that I don't know. I gotta think about it. I gotta think about it. So still doing a little bit of research in here on that. Haven't made no firm decision on that. I don't know why you all the way down here, babe. You should be up here with these right here. All right. So got a little bit of a pullback in here on our SAS, but let's zoom out on SAS. Okay, let's zoom out on SAS. But still SAS just getting started, just getting started. So your software still looking pretty dish up in here. No need looking at sand. No need looking at sand disk. Okay. Now see that little rejection right there. I called it little, but we seeing a little. We seeing some rejection. Push on 24-hour right here. You can see that right there. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Okay. But I must say that did me beautiful right there. That did me absolutely beautiful right there. All right, let's get on back over here to Bitcoin. Bitcoin. All right. Like I said, a little bit of we're chopping up here. Just playing around with my other little. I mean, it does the same thing as my RSI one does, but we got some bearish divergence through here. I can tell because we got this little X right here, and we kept pushing higher. So we got some bear divs over here on this 15-minute time frame. On the 15-minute time frame. The other thing that I spoke to you about yesterday was this 1 hour time frame over here. Let me go ahead and drop that. And we're above this point right here now. Cool. Was my QTD indicator, and I was saying to you, like, we have this cloud is rolling down. Now there is no follow through on this right now, and it remains the same. It's still just kind of rolling over. We really don't have the follow through just yet. That could come. Oh gosh, why is that happening? I don't know why I just did that. All right, I don't feel like going through that indicator right now. I'm gonna come back over here and do it. So here on the QTD, looking at the cloud right here, this red, blue, green area right here, pop us over on the 1 hour time frame. You're going to see what I was talking about right here. This tends to be bullish right here. Now, like I said, has not got the follow through on it. No follow through right now. It's still rolling down. And at some point it'll get completely underpriced and flatten out, and then we want to see price actually pop to the upside and that white line ascend upwards. We don't have that follow through right now at all, but it's given. But we could also see the bullish deals that I was talking about in here already on this time frame anyway, yesterday. So but yeah, right through here. So you can see the bullish divvies all down through here, and then we started trying to play out the bullish divs. And, we had our hiccups in between because It just was what it was. But this line right here, I'm also going to kind of watch this line right here because you can see it was what we put in our little bear flag beforehand. We had a little bear flag right here. We'll see how this holds up when we tap into this. If we tap it into it now, which, like I said, it doesn't look like we really have follow through here on the 1 hour time frame. Not right now. So it could be something for just later in the day. Could just be something for later in the day. We do still have, I'm throwing a lot at you right now. Bears are still in control over here, but we are again rolling. We getting that curvature. We just got to get that follow through from here. From this point right here, we really need to see that follow through. So don't nobody go shorting, okay? Do not go to shorting from this trend line right here. Let us get this follow through. Let us get this move up. Get yourself a better short if you don't have one already, okay? Get yourself a better short. And that is if this don't turn into something better. And that's a 382 bounce, which makes me think, let me go over here and take a look at Zcash. Let's take a look at Zcash and see how Zcash is doing. Because we were talking about the fact that Zcash was holding up between the 382 50% retracement, and we know that that's as premium prices, and that it has the potential to bounce up. So we'll see if we got any follow through on that. Usually, sometimes if Bitcoin starts pumping, Zcash start dumping. So that's going to be something. Let's put it on this time frame right here. Let's pop it on over to a 4-hour because that's what I was watching on ZEC. Let's take a look at ZEC. Oh, I'm not say like I said because we ain't even taking out the high just yet. But it's one thing that I kept mentioning to you, like you got to know this is bullish. This is bullish. This is bullish. Like it's holding. And I told you I wasn't gonna try it again. I wasn't gonna try it again because I did take the long off of Zcash. I took the long right in here off of this 382 right here. We pushed up into this. I don't know if you want to call it a flag, a bull flag, or not. I don't know if you want to call it that. I'm just looking at it as support and resistance. Personally, that's all I was doing was looking at it as support and resistance, and looking for a break to the upside on this part right here. And I tried it right here, and I got stopped out at break even, a little bit above my break even, but still I paid my fees, so I didn't walk away without paying my fees on this one right here. And it was like, I don't know if I want to keep back and forth trying to look at this, trying to look at something else, it's a lot for me. I'm one person, so it's a lot for me. But I maintain my stance that as long as this right here, we was right in here and we was getting reactions right in here, that's you don't want to. You want to be a little bit more cautious. So ZEC, my thoughts with ZEC is when we were over in here, you can see we put in a. And we put in the bear div right in. Yeah. We put in the bear div right through there. I knew it was something right in there. We put in the bear div right there because I was looking at ZEC. Back at the time, I was looking at it and I was thinking, okay, well, maybe ZEC is going to push up into this 672. And it's like, that's the last level I have in here is for it to push up into here. So if we are taking out this high right here, that is a possibility. And the other thing I was looking at too is that this could actually be 5 waves to the upside right here, just based on this little section right in here. It just looks like it, right? It just looks like it. So I'm looking at this right here. Hold on. Let me do this like this. This is what I'm trying to do. Forgive me. Trying to do this. Let's start with the pretty boys right here. So I'm thinking either tapping into this 672 if it does come up here and take out this high, or possibly going to get somewhere into here because I don't have anything beyond this level right here. You still have highs in here beyond this level, obviously, because I wouldn't be able to get this. Well, sometimes I can, but it'll either be something like this or somewhere into like this golden pocket or something like that. But clearly, this looks like, that's what it looks like to me, which is why I didn't want to, I was trying to find a long position off of it just in case, because that can be what it is. Right? That can be what it is. That can be the case. All right. So holding up so far. We'll see. So before you start doing this right here. So I was listening to, let me put it on the, just think about it before you go to do that. Think about it before you go trying to short it. Really put some thought into it. And it makes sense too. It makes sense to me. You see this accelerated move right here, and then you chopping you're overlapping, you're chopping on your way down into a bullish zone right here, and then you're bouncing away. Just put some thought into that before you go trying to short it, because it's at the golden pocket. All right. And I don't have a position in it anymore. I sold. So I sold my spot position. I took a spot loan from down at 200 and wrote that up, and I didn't catch the flag. I actually closed it one box below that, which I also shared with you. I wish I'd have held it. Please believe I wish I'd have held it. But I was like, that's good enough. That's good enough for me. All right, so we have our little, I don't know if I want to start that from there, start that over here, or what I want to do with this. Start it from here. I don't know. There's really no perfect way for me to draw this, but this is the situation right now with Biddy. Right in here, little rising wedge right here. Fair diff. Please don't short though. Don't short. It's not financial advice either, because you get short and this thing might roll over, because all we have are probabilities. All there is a probability. Okay. I just want to make some money to the upside. That's why I'm saying don't short. Okay. Help me. Take a look at gold. Gold was holding on some support yesterday. Oh, ugh. I'm telling you, I ain't messing with it. I got stopped out. I took a loss on gold. I decided to enter at late stages anyway, so it wasn't the best entry. I decided to enter at late stages, and yeah, it was trying to hold in here yesterday, or whatever day it was. It's gone now. Not looking too champerish. But I don't really know. I'm trying to give this theory that maybe, maybe it's a wave 4, which is why it's like this. And you can't see it from these lower time frames. You really gotta zoom out to say maybe. I don't know what all noise is gonna come up, so I'm trying to be careful as I push through this. How do I get back? How did I get back to 15? I think weekly was as high as I went. Okay, so I'm like, maybe, like you can't really tell it from the lower time frame. Maybe it's a wave 4. Maybe it's a wave 4. I don't know. Usually wave, yeah, maybe. And so you just don't know where it's going to end at, and it will keep going. But you got all of this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just starting to rethink. Maybe it's not done. That maybe it's not done. Let me see, when I drew this field right here. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if it drops into this line right here, something like this, then let's see. Maybe something. Because this ain't working anymore right here. That's not working anymore. That's what we just broke down below. If you don't know that, it's this line right here. This is what we just broke down below. It's this one right here. That 45.32. That 45.32. That's what we just broke down below. And so 42.50, which is this one right here. This is a weekly right here. I threw a weekly in there just in case, but at 42.50, that's something that I would watch out. Unless I did something, unless I did that, I can't really tell you right now if I did that or not. It could be that I did that and it's not a weekly, it's a monthly low that I add into the mix. I can draw a line right here and tell you I really don't feel like it, so that is what it is. So possibly a move down here into this trend line right here is what I would focus on more than anything, unless it reclaims back above this 45.32. But it looks like it's breaking down below that. So you will have the horizontal and you will have the diagonal right here where we could see the reaction from right here for gold. So prepare yourself for that. Alrighty. I haven't, and I told you this yesterday as well. I haven't actually mapped out anything on these other ones. Not really. I mean, I have my zones in here for them. I don't have any like definitive numbers to give you, but I have my zones in here. So, like I said, with silver, we could see another attempt to bounce from this trend line right here, like we did before. We actually wicked it right there. VWAP is moving away from this trend line. So you can see how VWAP at one point was straddling in here, and now volume weighted average price is kind of descending down a little bit. So it could actually break this trend line this time, like really break it, like closing below it and not just a wick down into it, because you can see how it held through here. And so I would look for a VWAP tap in here, possibly, maybe take that little piece of liquidity right there. I was looking back over here towards this kind of low right in here. It has been a nice little. And just take that whole red candle right there. It has been a nice little zone right there with this red candle at, right? It has been kind of decent. I'm not gonna leave it mapped out on my chart, but that red candle right there, that one right there, I mean, it's been pretty decent with the drops, right? So maybe it does it again with that VWAP down in here. Because I don't have anything in this space right here besides looking over here at that. That's about all I have. This nothing has really changed in here. I mean, maybe this can do something right in here. Really looking at these lows. It didn't really do anything before. It didn't do anything the first time. It may do nothing this time. This new ascending trend line right in here might be a better bet to see if it doesn't work. I would love for it to get, rotate all the way back down to the bottom side of the ascending channel. That's a long way from where it is. Like that's a couple of dollars away. So not really going to bet on that. Copper is really doing pretty awesome. Copper is really doing great. So it could be something like this. And if you had to, is there a reason I couldn't do that? I'm just trying to see if there was a reason that I couldn't do that. The reason why I didn't do it. Yeah, there's a reason I couldn't do it. Okay. So yeah, I will see about that. Because this really didn't do anything to, not really. Didn't do a whole lot the first time. Let's see, what are we hanging on to? I know it's not trying to hang on to these highs over here. It's not in my cards. I guess it is still a stronghold for now. Oh, look at that. It's still a decent hold. Let me change that. Okay. So just a mean reversion right in here for now. Oh, copper's pretty good. Copper's pretty good though. I think with copper, personally, I would continue to wait on a better entry. I mean, you'd be taking a chance doing it off of that. Be taking a chance. Sometimes it's worth it. At the lowest support right here. I still place my wager on something like this, but nonetheless, it's still higher highs, higher lows. A little higher high right there, only one, but still got the little higher lows right through here. So maybe metals is some work that I cannot put in. Get that out of here. I don't want these colors. Don't want the colors. They're supposed to be there. Yeah, it's 4. Okay. It's really a weird place to bounce from, but I don't know. All right, enough of that because I can't give you nothing worthy. It's sort of like how we were over here the other day. Which I wonder, because we broke out, we had a Bollinger breakout right here. It looks like we might have had that right here. See that little wedge right there? I slept last night. I slept peacefully last night. So, yeah, I didn't look back at the chart to look at any of this right here. But that symmetrical triangle right here, that indicates that we had a squeeze breakout, a breakout from a squeeze. We're probably in between 1 and 2 right here. Trying to do it again. So some sort of a little breakout right there. And yeah, pretty much in between 1 and 2, but a little flag, sort of the situation we had over here when we got that breakout. It looks just like that right there. And you can see how this went. It takes me back to the 4-hour once again. You know, I just like to recap on some things. We're talking about the fact that we had the squeeze in here, and I said to you the only way to release that squeeze is for it to break to the upside. So I know it's going to break to the upside, but I can't tell you how much it's going to give when it does break to the upside. So for all I know, it could be this much right here, and that can be it. I'm looking for higher. I'm looking for us to get into here. Obviously, I'm talking about it, so that's what I'm looking for. At the end of the day, that is what I'm looking for. Price to get in here. I just want to be concrete on me saying that. But like I said, when we have the squeeze, and you can see we released it. It has to release it to the upside. It has to. There's no other option. It doesn't break down and release the squeeze. It only squeezes harder. So it has to break to the upside. So I knew that was coming. It's like over here, like I can't tell you when. I can't make it happen. Because the idea behind it is it has to break above the 20 SMA. It's a requirement. You have this squeeze shows up. The only way to release it is the 20 SMA. So if it's squeezed into the upside, it has to break that 20 SMA. Close below it or close above it. Same thing back here. It has to close below that 20 SMA. If it's red, it has to close below the 20 SMA, which means I'm expecting for price action to drop to the downside. If it's green, I'm looking for some sort of move to the upside. It has to break the 20, has to close above the 20 SMA. Has to close above it. So you really don't know when that's going to happen. I just know that if I see it, then that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm looking for. So move to the upside. We released it now, so that's it. It's done. It's done. We got a whole closure above it. So if I put on, I'm not gonna use the Bollinger because I just don't feel like doing it. Just gonna put on a simple right here and change it to a 20 because that's what it is. It's a 20. It has to do that. So you can see right here, it took care of it. So I know I'm naturally looking for a move back into here, naturally looking for a move back into that, naturally looking for a move back. So you can see what I'm looking at, how that works out. Right here, it has to come down. It has to come down because it has to push into that 20 SMA. It has to go up because it's green, it's squeezing. It has price action is going to have to push up. If it's going to get rid of that, it has to push up, has to push down over and over and over again. That's how that works. But it's done it. It's done it now. It's done it. It's the same thing we had over here. Again, just, I don't have anything else to talk about, so I'm just talking. Same thing we had over here. We knew we was going to have to get that breakdown in here. We understood that we were straddling that 20 SMA. Once we got the 20 SMA was straddling right here on this trend line right here. It was straddling on this trend line right here. So we was looking for that break to the downside. Squeeze started all the way back here. I showed you that in the other indicator as well. But we knew that that was the thing. That was a thing. All right. Have you ever bought crypto because someone yelled to the moon online? That is what the Coin King is asking, and my answer is no. I've never bought it because of that. I've never bought any crypto because of someone else's opinion. I can say that. I can say that. I've never bought one because of someone else's opinion. Michael. 1 hour head and shoulder. Let me see. 1 hour head and shoulders is done. Time for the pump after. Give me the pump. Give me the pump. Let me see what you're looking at. I'm gonna have to get some more detail from you, Michael. Now, I know I see that rise and wedge on that 15-minute time frame. I don't really see the head and shoulder right now. Oh, Let me do that. Don't see the head and shoulders though. I know yesterday we were talking about potential head and shoulders in here, and it looks like we did it again right here. And I did pay attention to this. I'm saying I didn't pay attention to this little triangular structure in here, but I did pay attention to this. I know yesterday we were talking about potential for a head and shoulder, and volume actually was confirming that inverse head and shoulders through here. But yesterday this little wick right here just kind of spoiled that for me. But then I was like, well, maybe this is it. Maybe that's one. Maybe that's it. That last shoulder dip, we went halfway down with the candle body. I said, let's go. Okay. All right. Yeah, it did. It most certainly did not invalidate it. It did not invalidate it. It just looked better. It looked better before it happened, but it didn't invalidate it at all. That's true. It did not invalidate it at all. Then I started seeing this right here, and I was like, yeah, maybe that's it. But I really didn't pay attention to this this little structure over here on the sideline of it. But yeah, it did not invalidate. Volume was confirming it, so I don't even know. This all had to do with S&P and all that too. Indices. Which, let me just look back at that real quick. I want to see how that breakout is going. Make sure it's still looking decent. It's struggling a little bit. Just like Bitcoin. It's having some little bit of struggles in here. Just like Bitcoin right through here, how Bitcoin has that head and shoulders. I dropped a comparison in here, and it was pretty on point. I never really felt this way about comparing it to the stock market. But the more we move into this institutional funding, the more we move into it, the more it relates to it a lot more. Because I will always just look at USDT dominance. It's the closest thing you can come to, inverse correlation of it. It's more useful than just, the inverse correlation, to be honest with you. It is way more useful than that. But I never really considered it like this. And then yesterday I was looking at it. What was I want on this 4-hour time frame? Probably so. So let's do a new price scale on this one. But I was just comparing like how smooth it moves with it, like really smooth, it really captured it for me. So this little tidbit right here had me a little concerned yesterday, like a little concerned. And so, I started looking at that extra little push down that could potentially happen, but nothing more than that as far as I was concerned. And that would have been just going back into that ascending trend line level right there if that were to happen. But a 4-hour, can't make it play out. But this right here had me hold on. Why are you messing with me? Oh, it won't let me do it. That's weird. Okay, all right. Let me just delete. Let me see if it made anything else pop up. Delete, because I can't see it, but you can see it right here. This low rat through here, and compare it to here. Yeah, it had me a little bit concerned. Like we bounced right in here. So come on, SPY. I need for you to do a little bit better right in here right now. I know a lot of people took this short right here. So you can see SPY at this point is bear diving right here with these 3 highs. As Bitcoin had 3 highs are getting lower and lower. These 3 highs right here were getting higher with the bear div right there. I know a lot of people took the short off of this one right here, which I would have to say is a good call. I have to say that's a good call. I took the short from here, but this is absolutely brilliant. This one is brilliant. right here. And then there she goes right there down into this support right here. So really need for SPY to, it's going to make a difference with Bitcoin today. It will make a difference with Bitcoin today. And I hope it's not doing all of this for the sake of NVIDIA. But, I mean, NVIDIA is a big deal. People using crazy leverage on BTC makes for crazier swings. Yeah. It's a hidden bear div between BTC and SPY. Then they both pump. Yeah, that's what they had right up there at that high. That's exactly what was happening at that high. Now, I remain a little skeptical, like, because last night I did do a tweet. And I was like, even though we got the SFP there yesterday on SPY, I did do the tweet still, or the X post on it about that low down here. Now I saw the SFP yesterday, but I still put in that tweet, like we could see the gap down. I could see it still holding, but I mean we could still do the gap down. But so far, no gap down just yet. We were trying to break right here with this little red bar right here, pops out right here. So it's trying to expand down, and we're still in this Bollinger volatility right here, this low a little sideways range right here. We're still in this, and you can see momentum kind of curving downwards right here. So I'm still got to be cautious of it. I don't want that to affect Bitcoin in any way whatsoever, at least not until we get that pump. So maybe that pump will happen, and then we drop, down. I was watching somebody's video. I can't even think of who it is. I was watching somebody's video. They were talking about, now I know this guy Mateo was talking about it, but Mateo left out something that I saw in somebody else's video. And that's with the Fed chair switchover, right? So when we get either continuing Fed chair or a new Fed chair. So Mateo's his chart was showing us just dropping every time. Someone else's chart, and I haven't done the research myself, they were showing how when Janet Yellen was chair, the market pumped. It didn't drop, it actually pumped on her. But it dropped twice on Powell and then somebody else. But with her, it didn't do that. It pumped. So it could be that maybe it pumps with this guy. Maybe. It's not a good indicator for me. But looks like I have to move this expansion now. I'm not going to move it. I'm going to leave it exactly like it is, because if it's going to happen, it could still do it right there. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it pumps with him because of he's probably betting on Bitcoin, crypto too, or Bitcoin, at least Bitcoin. That could be the case. I don't know. How is Hyperliquid doing? Here's some people getting wrecked on Hype. Still up a little bit. Oh yeah, it's still going. It's still going. Some people getting wrecked trying to short it. They're getting wrecked trying to short this thing. Like I would, this was you can see this one had dropped down below it a little bit when we initially was looking at it over in here. It did break down below it somewhat right in here. And that was the 382 50% retracement right there. And then this crap right here, good Lord, I haven't touched it anymore. I remember back over, where were we? I think we were back over in here somewhere. We were back over in here somewhere. We might have been right in here, and I was saying I like the 4-hour chart or whatever, but then it slid on down into that support level right there. I mean, if I'd have just stuck to that, I probably would have been long on it. But I had not really touched too many altcoins here. The only thing I bought and sold recently again was ZEC. That was it. But yeah, I would leave this thing alone trying to short it. I'm sure it looks fabulous. I think I went through this and it looks good on, I mean, it looks good through here, like good, still climbing, still rising higher. Like, why do you try to defeat that? Why would you try to defeat that? It's still rising, still rising. At least let it lose some steam. Get off that lower time frame. This thing's still going. Then it invalidates any sort of bearish divergence above this high right here. Close above here though. Gotta close above here to invalidate any sort of bear div as it is crossing above there right now. But this thing's still pushing higher. You don't see no bend, no break, no nothing. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This thing was looking crazy. That's a lot of noise. I know it. Gotta put this little regression line in here. I guess I have to acknowledge it, right? I don't want to. I don't want to acknowledge it, but I can see we're bear diving right there. Doesn't, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's something. Maybe I'm wrong. Which I don't need to be right because I'm not in it. So yeah, it is bear diving right here, but that bear div could also be some hidden bullish divs coming in. But that trend regression line might pop. It's 4 hours, so another hour left on that. It might pop. It had a pretty aggressive green candle right here. Not necessarily aggressive, but it's a nice solid green candle followed by, I'm not gonna call it spinning top. The legs are a little bit too long, but yeah, indecision through here. So maybe somebody I wanted to look at before link. I wanted to see this. Pretty much doing whatever Bitcoin is doing right now. So I guess not really anything to look at. rising a little bit too speedy through there anyway. And then I say that's exactly what we did on the weekly on Bitcoin. All right, we getting our little breakdown on Bitcoin. I heard about who is it got listed? Who got listed? Algo. So Algo that got listed on Robinhood. Not that I think that it's the end all be all, but it was Algo that got listed on Robinhood. I don't see any of my Algo data. No, it's not showing up at all. I'll have to go back and find it. Might. This is the right. I don't think that this is the right one. No, it is. Oh, I just haven't moved anything. I'm like, why does it look like that? Put that right there. Just gonna go with that high. That's how we did the last time. We pushed up into. So, well, that's what I had just said. We had that little rise over here. I do still like the fact that we're above previous day high. I would like for us to maintain above this previous day high instead of. I don't want to come back below it. I really don't. Yeah, cloud cover on the 15-minute also. And let's see, we're at our trend line. I am long, so you're not going to see me bet against myself on screen. I'm just not going to bet against myself. I am long. I don't really think that there's anything. Let me just look around here. Yeah, it's definitely very correlated with SPY. You know what I didn't look at? USDT dominance, because again, I was saying that we're still at resistance on USDT dominance, still at resistance. Still at our resistance point in here for USDT dominance. The crosshairs right here, the resistance zone right here. This is still all resistance for USDT dominance. It'll stop being it if it does break up above it, but for now, it's still doing a job. It's still doing a job. So I'm still not bullish on USDT dominance. I haven't been. I have not been throughout any of this. Even identifying this, I never had a bullish take on it. I have stayed with my bearish bias because of the larger pattern through here. But I'm also realistic. And I know that if we do get back up above here, I have to change that mindset. And we might, we might do something different in here. And I will have to change my mindset because, yeah, I would have to change my mindset if we get above here, start trading above here. Then, yeah. But it's still doing a job right now, holding it down. So I like that. And then I know I can pull this up on the weekly. Let me do this. Read Bitcoin right now. Here we go on the weekly. So yeah, I mean, we got a nice little regression trend line down through here. A little history lesson on our bullish divergence down through here. And yeah, I mean, that's still going. That's still going. I think I put this here because I'm looking for. Am I looking for something back in here? I think I am looking for something back in here. I know I'm not. Yeah, I think I'm looking for price to come into here or something. Because something like this, you're obviously looking for it to break down, right? I mean, you're going to get your bounces, your momentum bounces to take place through here. But at some point, you're going to be looking for this to break down because it's ascending. Got an upside down W means dump on USDT DOM. I'm most certainly hoping that we do, because otherwise we're going to be in price discovery. But at some point you will be looking for this thing to roll over at some point. Let's see the regression line here to the downside right here too for the breakup. But please resistance hold. Please resistance hold. Just keep doing your job. That's good. Keep doing your job. And you get the breakdown. We're not going to be anything like this. We put in some bull deal, but at least we get that last little move I'm looking for here on Bitcoin. And then we can do all of that if it wants to do all of that. But at least that last little move, because by the time it does do this, you can already see the bullish divergence kicking in. So that last little move off of Bitcoin, that would be nice. That would be nice. So before we get there, I don't want this thing to just, let's get that little rollover, put in some bullish put in the bull div over here, and then we doing the opposite on Bitcoin. That'd be great. If that's the case. If that is the case. SPY holding too. It was trying to roll over, but or at least it was getting that little reaction, trying to push back below that trend line it got to break out of, but it flipped back green. So Bitcoin is doing the same thing right now. Know who I haven't looked at in a long time is DXY. I have not looked at DXY in forever. Haven't had a reason to. It's really just been sideways. Just sideways. DXY. This information in here is so old. So old. I was looking at something else on DXY. Something for, I can't remember what it was. I was looking at something else on it. I think it had to do with these lows through here. And I think I was talking about how we weren't getting back above that the year's lows. I'm gonna hide the drawings for a second and put on 12-month. And when you look at it like this, DXY don't look too crappy. This stuff in here is so old. It needs a refresh. Let's delete all of the TA. Yeah, got no more TA in here. So I can undo that. I just want to see what momentum has been like. Let me just... Let's see what that has been like. Just wanted to see that. See what it's been like. Okay. Yeah, that would put me back at these lows that I was just talking about, that prior years. I don't know if I call it prior year. So that just puts me back to looking at this. So I don't need you if that's all I get. Let me put you all the way down here to this low and see. Same thing. I put it all the way down there to that low. Same thing. It still pushed me back to this low. Interesting. But I had some TA on this. Don't know. Oh, okay. Hold on. I think where'd you go? I think I'm forgetting how this thing works. So it's in a gap right now. Okay. That's interesting. A little gap. I just want to see this one more time. I just got to see if it still does the same thing. It looks the same way from this time frame. It looks like it does. Yeah, still pushes it back up here to that yearly low. All right, I think I'm done with that. I think we're heading straight into it. Let's see this from a monthly. Oh yeah, she definitely. It's the second time we gotten like that dirty. Second time it's gotten that dirty. A little bit right here. Each time led to something more aggressive. So slight bear divs. Slight bear divs. Do we have any over here? And you're always going to start out with something, probably. A little bit right in there. It had a little bear divs right in here too. Didn't stop it. That's my thing right there. Maybe somewhere, it breaks through here and gets back into as high as it did over here. Probably somewhere back around this larger candle right here. Just back into there. Very possible for the dollar. Very possible, especially with everything we got going on right now. It's very possible that that's what we're on the verge of right now. Bitcoin's still in the same spot, just kind of chilling. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past this. Would not put it beyond this. Getting back up here is what I mean. I wouldn't put it beyond getting back to here. Why do I feel like I'm just missing something? It just doesn't seem like that ain't gonna do it right there. I should have more data. Should have more data. Barely have any. Market might be forming a head and shoulders. Yeah, it could on that next push up. It could be forming a head and shoulders on Bitcoin. I know what you're talking about. If you're, yeah, like right over here. I'm just use a better time frame, like right here. Because I'm thinking like somewhere right into here. That's around about the 50% retracements, golden pocket retracement, that it could actually, do that number right there. And then we get the breakdown of the neckline, and then we're looking somewhere down in here. I'm assuming somewhere right in here. I mean, if we had that, I would be thinking it would do this right here. You take all of that, you take this liquidity right down here at these lows, because you got some equal low liquidity throughout, these zones right here. So I'll be looking somewhere right in here. So let's do that like that. And let's go ahead and measure it out. We don't actually know where it's going to break down from right now. So I can do it like that. And since I don't know, I'm just gonna, that's a little bit overkill. I'm gonna have to slide it over here. Just say we get into that. You know what? I got a better idea. And bear with me because I don't do this all the time. Oh no, I don't want to mirror it. So I guess I just need to flip it. Okay, so I'm up under where it would break down. I suppose if I did it like that, then that would be the breakdown. It puts it below this level right here, but I'm leaning towards something like this zone right here, taking that liquidity right there. Let's see. Yeah, that's below what I'm looking at for it. I mean, but if we're rolling over, we're rolling over. It will be what it will be. I guess there'll be no low except for everybody envisioning this low over here being taken, which is possible. But yeah, something like that. But we don't know right now if that's going to be the case. Don't really know. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. See, I mean, DXY look like it's gonna rip. I mean, by rip, I mean do more than what we've seen from it in the past several months. Besides go down, holding this consolidation right here, it looks like it'll put in a nice little push to the upside. Looks like it will. It looks like it could. I just feel like I'm missing some data on it too. I got a squeeze in here. Can't see it. And I don't know that it's gonna show up, to be honest with you. Didn't you remember the last time I was trying to see it? Do I still have that thing over here? I don't. Because I think we was looking at what another squeeze possibly forming right in here, but it looked like I don't want to keep putting this thing on and taking it off. Yeah, I do have a squeeze right here. Bearish squeeze. Like I said, don't tell you how much it's going to give. It could give absolutely nothing. Like over here, it gave nothing. Like it doesn't guarantee it's going to give you a lot just because it's there. It could be it could end up being a nothing burger. It's there though. This rising wedge. It's just there. Yeah, we gotta hope that if you're bullish, if you're not bullish, then that's fine. And if you are, looking for that last little move to the upside or whatever it might be, it still could give more just simply because of where it's bouncing from. But if it's not and it's going to be a lower high, I still want to get that. So hopefully stock market holds itself together today. Like I said, with SPY, and I'm only using SPY. I don't know. I don't really like using anything else. I just like to look at SPY. I don't know why I like to look at SPY. If I'm gonna look at one, that's the one of choice for me. Let's see what SOX is doing. I already told you this morning already how all that injury I had this morning, boy, it's slipping. It's slipping. It is slipping. If I was still over on BTCC, is it BTTC or BTCC? I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. If I was still over there, which I'm not anymore, I probably would have taken the trade. I can't wait. We're getting close to that 24-hour 24-hour tokenized stock exchange. So I really look forward to that. We're getting so close to it. Maybe I can get some access because I know you can do it on Blowfin if you live in a certain region. I can't do it. I really rather be on. I took my capital off of BTCC because I don't like the overnight fees. I think that they're a little bit higher. They're not just a little bit higher. They're higher. They're higher. They're higher. I didn't mind. I didn't mind the fact that if I'm using them, you know, I couldn't do isolated. I didn't mind. I didn't mind not being able to do isolated. That wasn't a problem. But I would like to be able to trade on trade those stocks on Blowfin. That would be nice. And Blowfin has a pretty good range of ones that you can trade to. A really good, nice selection. Nice selection. Come on, Bitcoin. Back on that 20 SMA right now for Biddy. A 15-minute time frame. 4-hour time frame, we did finally get above, you know that. You already know that though. We did get above the 20 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. That's how we was able to release that squeeze. However, what I was telling you again is we're still trading within the standard 1 and standard 2 when we zoom out. So we really haven't made a change, which is why I said yesterday I'm gonna leave that line just like this right here, off of these 2 pivot points right here, connecting those 2 right there, looking for price to push up into it and eventually break to the upside. But right now you can see we're rejecting from it exactly because we have not been able to get out of that pocket. We're still stuck in it. We're still stuck between standard deviation 1 and standard deviation 2, and that can go on for a long time. It can. So I really want to see us break from here, get into here. I think it's going to happen. At this point, I have to start banking on the daily. Remember, I was banking on the 4-hour time frame to push us up. Now I gotta move forward to the daily time frame, or I can use one of these time frames over here too. And I look down. Let's see. Just pay this no attention because this is from the 4-hour. All right, so pay that no mind. Let's look right here. All right, so all of this right here is from the 4 hours. So don't pay it no attention. We're crossing up down through here, which I try to use a time frame. I like to use the 4-hour time frame, but if it gets noisy, I will go somewhere else to look at this. I will go somewhere else to check that out. That's one thing I have to say. CC is pretty good on stuff like that. It's pretty good on it. You can be late. You will be late more than likely if you're zooming out on a higher time frame. You're gonna be late, but it does help give some feedback. So I want that feedback. So it is climbing in here. It still has to close in the next 24 minutes. I think the same thing went for the 8-hour. Yep, 8-hour through here. A little bear divs, but hopefully it gets beyond that situation. Actually, you don't have bear divs. Yep, yes you do. Yes you do. 6. And you can see how many times these, right? Like if I'm somewhere and it starts to get choppy, I gotta move from it. But even though still, like we were talking about the bullish divergence all throughout the weekend, just bullish deals all throughout the weekend. And you can't make bull deals play out. You have to take your chances. And I lost some money. On that initial, push down, and I re-entered. I closed out. I didn't want to take any chances. Couldn't take any chances of, like, this was the hopium. that we hold right here. But regardless of that, when we lost this 786, I had to drop it because I couldn't take the risk. I just couldn't take on the risk of maybe if it doesn't hold, then I'm losing more money. So it was what it was. That's just how I had to do it. So I took a L right there just to re-enter right here. It sounds stupid, but it's the best thing I could have ever done. It's the best thing I could have ever done. Because I can't force bullish divs to play out. Can't force them to play out, but we got that there. And this is, you know, how choppy it was here on this time frame. Like, you can see the bull divs, and I kept telling you on this last one right here, though we didn't put any local bullish divergence in right here. We actually met this right here. We broke lower than that, so we had the nice little volume right here as well coming to the downside. Wasn't worth playing around with. Let me just get the reaction, take the entry, new entry long, and so my money shall be recovered. Okay, so I'm up pretty good right now. So that battle is being won, but I gotta see this breakthrough, you know. I want to see this breakthrough. Please, 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 please. It does hurt your pride a little bit. I mean, it hurts your pride a little bit. It hurts my pride a little bit, but it is what it is. Over here, we're curving up over here as well. Not a lot of chop has happened on this time frame either, so it's done okay. It's done okay. When we did curve back up, we did good. When we curve back up, we did good. We curve back up, we did good. Curve back up, we did good. So no real problems over here, but they can come. They can come. 20 hour, we're up. Here we're not. So daily time frame, we haven't done it yet, and this would just be the daily. So daily, we haven't done it yet. Here on the daily, you can see where we're at, -110 down here. So haven't done it yet on the daily, but every other time that we did get it on the daily, we did pretty decent. We did pretty decent. This was here, this low. It's pretty good. This low right here, that's really, really, really freaking good. This low over here, not so good. And you have to understand that with that big candle drop, it wasn't going to be successful. It wasn't going to be successful because of that big candle drop. Did we hit 300 down here? No, we didn't. But you would have been able to catch it. You could have easily caught this without waiting on that move right there. It's called a 200. 200 is amazing. Let's see what else. We did great right here. There's a bunch of chop there. They did good coming up right here. That was good. You see that huge candle? That's when you know you just kind of you want to be a little bit more cautious. Get a huge candle drop like that, you know, probably won't work out. But if you chop it, if you chopping going down through there, and you can see every other time, like you wouldn't have lost too many times. So it's all right. It's all right. You would not have lost too many times. Beesh, very good. Very, 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 very good. Very good. You gotta watch how you coming down though. This right here, I don't ever bank on something like that to work out. I just don't. But it's a decent time frame to go off of. It's not there on this time frame just yet. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. It's coming up real fast. I don't like when it moves real fast. It's moving way too fast. Way too fast. Moving way too fast. resistance. This high is all the way up here on momentum. So price action moving ahead of momentum. Do want to see momentum? No, actually momentum is moving faster than price action, but we had the bull deals down through here. I'm not sweating that. I'm long. I'm gonna stay long. I'm gonna stay long unless the stock market starts puking. Stock market starts puking, then you hear me with my sad voice talking about how I took another L. I could take some good profits right now. I could take some good profits right now, though. This has, yeah, I see Bitcoin with that drop. Rising wedge drop. See how far this expansion sends us. SPY, same thing, delivering that rejection. Keep the same energy. It's moving pretty fast through here, though. May not be a problem. May not be. This depends. If we just start speedballing down through here, then forget about it. Golden pocket rejection. Let's see if I were to use this. Back into these highs over here. Perhaps. What is this? These highs right in here. That's logical. Prior momentum level or prior squeeze level right here. Usually when you diverge, though, you take all that back. I would be looking for it to take all of it back. Be looking for it to come back to where the divergence started at. But we'll have to see. I'm not looking for a short, so I don't have any information to give on the short. I said I'm not going to bet against myself. I'm long. And then realize we were putting in the bullish divs right through here too last night. Okay. Can't see it there. Don't see it there. Come on, baby. Bounce. And it really pull down into anything significant. Maybe a 236 right there, something like that. But I mean, I'm saying bounce, but theoretically it does recover where the bearish divergence started from. It does recover back below that. There's not enough capital to create the move to the upside. Therefore, it wouldn't be enough capital to hold it coming back down. So it would meet the energy back down here. That tends to be a thing for it. Let's see if that happens right in here while we're just stalling out right now. If don't hold it, it's going to ease. Oh, you use weeks. That's cool. I've heard about weeks. I haven't used it. I have to check and see if I can use it too. Let's see if I can use it, because you think that was it? I really hate you losing that previous day high, that's for sure. I would love for that to be it. Love for that to be it. You said ETH don't hold. To look at ETH. Mm-hmm. Loud, loud, loud. I just don't want it to do this. I don't want it. I don't want that to be the case. I already hate losing the previous day high. But if it moved down as fast as it moved up, we got a problem. Got too much orange. I don't know why this is so random. Because I'm sitting here thinking about doing a home delivery again today. I rarely do it. I'm not gonna have to do it today if I stop being lazy and just get in the car and drive to the store or walk to the store, because I live in the city and everything is around me in walking distance. But I'm lazy. And you ever order something and your order, your delivery costs more than your order? Is that not crazy? Delivery costs more than the order after they put all the extra taxes that they put in there on you. And depending on what time you want to have it delivered, like it can be way more than your order. Just way more than your order. And I feel like the prices of the product go up just because you're having it delivered. That's how I feel about it. I don't think that anybody's actually cheating me like that, but still, oof, that's how I felt yesterday. And then, not a lot of people do cash. I know I don't do. I will try to have some cash on me for an emergency, maybe like $20, something like that, in case of an emergency. Card don't work, something. You never know. System go down. Try to, have an emergency, something. $20. But then when they get here with the delivery, you've already put the tip, in the order electronically. You've already done the tip. And then you feel like you need to, because we have a tipping society here in the United States. So when you get in front of somebody, you feel pressure to actually hand them something. That's how I feel when I get deliveries. Like I've already put your tip in there, but now you're standing in front of me. I feel like I need to reach in and give you something extra because it's such a it's such a tipping society here in the U.S. You go through drive-through, they got the tip screen. Like drive-through, really? A tip through drive-through? Crazy. Just coming to pick up my food. Tip. Just whatever it is, it's a tip for everything. It's wild here. It's very wild here. And then they start making it where you have to go through these extra steps to deny any tip. Which I'm a good tipper when you've done something extra. If you just did your job, the company's paying you for that part. But if you're doing more than that, you're making me feel a certain way, then yeah, I'm a good tipper. But not just to do the part that you're already being paid to do. No, I hate that. But I know gas prices are up. I started feeling funny about that. Like, gas is more expensive now to be doing deliveries. And I just felt so pressured yesterday. I need to drive to the store today or walk to the store. Oh, it's funny because I can be with somebody else and I can slap their hand for hitting the tip button, but I cannot do it myself. Yeah. Michael, you in the US? Yeah, the tip thing is crazy. It's out of control. It's out of control. It is so out of control. You have to hit other. Like with some of the systems, they don't just give you the option of no tip. You have to hit other and then select 0. Like they try to make it more difficult to just say no. Yeah, we crazy. We are crazy with this tip thing. Hey, but at least they get to keep all of their tip money. They get to keep all their tip money, but I'm not tipping for nothing. You're gonna have to do something extra. I dropped your fries. Can you tip me? No. No. And I worked for a company where they added tips in, and I didn't do anything other than what I was supposed to do, so I can understand somebody saying no. I work for a suit company. Like, if all I got to do is put in the order that you're asking for, and just the stuff that the company's already paying me for, I haven't done anything extra. Now, if you call my store and you say, one of our groomsmen is running behind, and you ask, could I deliver the suit to your venue? Okay, that's something extra. That's something extra. But just for you to come in and pick up your stuff, yeah. So when I say this, I'm not trying to be funny. It's just, it's wild. It is wild. Yeah, for better or faster service. Not tip me and they see what they, yeah. And it makes you scared too, because some people take it personal. Like, you're not tipping, they take it personal. And you know how people can play with your food. So people can play with your food. It's better to cook at home anyway. All right, guys, it's about to be 8 o'clock. We know every morning we get nowhere. We get nowhere with the market. Again, back over here. And this is the only one I'm really looking at. I don't know. I just like to compare it to Bitcoin. SPY, you can see how it's struggling right through here as well. Bitcoin, same deal. Still within a low range of volatility that could still potentially break down below this low, but we've held it so far. It still could happen, especially with Nvidia earnings today. I don't know how the market's going to do when we open up. It's just still a possibility, so I'm just paying attention to it being a possibility. I think Bitcoin's going to go up. Personally, I'm waiting for more upside. That's my thoughts. So if I'm waiting for more upside on Bitcoin, then I'm assuming that maybe this right here would just continue its trajectory to the upside. The other things that I mentioned in here also was the fact that we were seeing like some of these that were dropping down prior are moving up as well. That'll give a boost to SPY also coming in here until we start to lose these levels. I have to draw a new fib level for this. What I'll probably do is draw a fib extension from there to here. If we do manage to break above here, if we manage to come up that high, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. With Intel, I don't know. It may put in a lower high and then continue down. I didn't see anything. It could put in a lower high and continue down, in which case it'll lose that VWAP, lose that WAP. Look for it to tap into this trend line right here, or possibly break down below it, since this is, let's see, it'll be this low in here if it doesn't hold this trend line, if that were to happen, because I don't have a solid movement for it. No, the weekly still looks really nice. I'm only going to do those two right there. AVG, actually I won't just do those two. AVGO, was that given the same energy yesterday? Not necessarily. This is very, very, very choppy. It looks toppy and choppy, but I've seen that before and it just breaks out. So let's just move to another time frame. Looks choppy and toppy. Let's go to the daily. Looks choppy and toppy. It looks choppy and toppy. Broadcom looks choppy and toppy. All right. We already saw Nvidia. These are the ones, top 30 companies are running the market right now. This hasn't really sold off enough to really want to pay attention to it. Okay, Bitcoin is holding. Okay. Might be right, Michael. We'll see. We'll see if they put in a little doji right there. Or a spinning top or something. What happened with Google? Well, we knew all about that. It doesn't really look like Google did too much. What was I looking for on Google? Was I looking at that time frame? I don't know if I was looking here or not on Google. What happened? It's not doing that bad. I heard somebody talking about it and I thought that I don't see what anybody was really complaining about with Google. That big old bear div though on Google. None of the bear divs have really mattered. And I guess it just depends on where you're at. I treated this like it was a wave 4 right here, for wave 5 into the golden pocket. That's how I treated it. With the field pull from that low to this high to here, just because of how high it really got right in here. But it could be way more. You know, I could have did that anywhere in here. I think I did do it one time before in here just to see, and I think we stopped out around the same level. So that's what I did in here with this field pull right here that I had did on it. So maybe that was it. This is still holding up in here, but I don't like Microsoft right now. Don't like Microsoft right now. But it has still been holding that 382 50% retracement level in here. It's been weak on the pushes to the upside though. But maybe that's what that is too. So if let's just see. Trying to make sure I'm on the low. I might not be on the low. I don't want to include that wick just because it looks like it was a liquidity grab. I really don't want to include it. I'm gonna go without it for a sec. Just know that I might be wrong going without it. I might have to add it in here. I don't like that wick though. It's not much of a difference. Forget about it. Just use these two levels. This one right here is the one that might have some merit at 467 right here. If you're into that kind of thing. I'm not feeling Microsoft right now, but Microsoft could be on a mission. Could be. Ugh. I'm just trying to see what would it be affecting the market. Tesla. When did this happen to Tesla? I didn't know it had got this drop. Elon stay pissing people off. Unless people still just trying to take some money to put in the SpaceX or something. Okay, it did a swing fail right there. I feel like I'm too late. If I wanted to touch it, would it be a good idea? I feel like I'm too late, but I know I'm not too late. We're supposed bullish. What is that? What is that? Somebody mentioned something about that. I think
that's the new crypto exchange that went public in August of last year, and Peter Thiel's backing it.
Bullish. I think, I think my sister's boyfriend had mentioned that thing. Bullish. I already like it from here. Let's see if I can't get another chance though. Let's see it drop one more time and then go. I think I'll wait on that little retracement. Make sure it's safe. With Tesla, I heard about this thing. Bullish. Before I go, let me see. What is this? No, what is? You said it's on New York Stock Exchange.
It's on everywhere. It went public August of last year.
Oh.
Get IPO at $37.
I don't like it on this time frame.
Katie Wood bought it.
Kathy Woods bought a lot of it. It's Kathy Woods. Let me see it from here. Let me see it from here. I ain't got no data. Just walk my way back so I can see what the deal is with this thing. I really ain't got nothing to go off of. I was trying to see. I could use weekly stuff, but I really don't have anything to go off of. I'm gonna go off of that and that though. I am gonna keep those two. Don't look like it has any respect to it, but I'll keep it. Let's see. Why would I like it? Why should I like this? Why? Why? I'm gonna pretend for a second that it could be an inverse. Just pretend. It's a flat top, it looks like. So it don't really matter where I put this. Back into these highs. You said Kathy Woods bought some.
Yeah.
How much?
I don't know.
I just want to know how strongly she felt on it. ARK and Best Buy combined 4.4 million in bullish shares. The stock rebounds at the 5-day drop. We are going to start that tokenized stock trading. Some stocks and treasury use, right? Bullish is maintained at overweight by Cantor Fitzgerald. The shares dip on Q1 earnings miss. It's still closer to where it came in. Well, still kind of down here, so I think I might scoop up a little bit. Bullish reports. Let me just look at one other thing. Let me see. What's the ticker? BLSH. Shares. Financial summary. I mean, I expect for them to look like crap anyway right now, right? Is this the same as June 2025? Okay. See this? I mean, I would only expect for them to look a little trashy anyway. So I would expect for it to look a little trashy anyway. They're new. They're new. Come on, start dragging your feet. Come on. I can tell you one thing. It's only going to be a small buy. Only going to be a small buy. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I'm gonna get a little bit. Let me see. Let's see if I can get it first of all. Yes, I can. Of course I can. Right? It might be all right from where it's sitting. Let's see. Hold on. I feel like I'm running out of cash to buy stuff. What I got feel fast. Not that I think that that's about to happen. I'm just, it is putting in some higher lows. It broke right there. So, yikes. Let's see. Possible rejection. This for the long term. I can accumulate some more in here. Probably need to add that to my watch list. I add it to my, I don't think I'm supposed to be over, oh no, I'm on the right spot. I was about to say, I don't think I'm supposed to be over here. Foolish. I'm gonna do some more research on that. I can talk about it a little bit better tomorrow. Do some numbers. Actually go through the numbers. I didn't say much about it, but see, it's a little too new. But it has, I don't know. Maybe might be something. If I can get Tesla back down a little bit, I'll probably take a Tesla position. Which I think I could get a rejection on Tesla, then just see if it'll hold. Yeah, Tesla is doing whatever Tesla's doing because of that SpaceX stuff, but I'm gonna wait to see if I can't get a pullback, which I might be about to get. All right, guys. That's gonna do it for me because we're not gonna be doing anything. Again, I am looking for prices to go higher. I'm looking for us to at least get into the 50% retracement up into the golden pocket, potentially golden pocket, but definitely the 50% retracement around the lows in here. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I can't make it advance any faster. Again, we are still just trading in between standard deviation 1 and 2, but it looks like momentum is attempting to push up. Doesn't mean you can't get any, swings in here at the same time, because we really been rounding out through here. Really been slowly rounding out through here. So I take that away and I look right here. You can see how we've been slowly rounding out, and we still chop up and down, up and down, up and down, but we slowly been trying to round out through here. Momentum continues to try to push up higher. Just have to see what it does. Just have to see. Have to be patient, a little bit patient with it. But that's what I'm looking for. So I'll be looking to TP in here if it looks like we might start to reject in here. I definitely will TP for sure in here though. But bullish move, still a bullish move, because it's coming off the backs of a 382 shallow retracement. Hopefully we don't get back above that previous day high. Hopefully we do get back above that previous day high. And so I'm looking up. That's all I can tell you. So best of luck to everybody, including the bears, but I ain't doing no bearish takes. I'm just looking for price action to get a push to the upside in here. Banking on the daily time frame now, which is trying to curve out itself. And like I said the other day too, like the setup on the daily time frame, it usually leads to something bullish. It never got to follow through. But if it does, I want to be position long. If it does get that follow through, that's what I want to be. If it doesn't, oh well. On to the next one. I won't be losing anything I'm not willing to lose. So I'm comfortable. I see you tomorrow. I'm going to check out this bullish thing a little bit more. Do a write-up. But rejecting. And again, I mean, we got above it here, and I showed you that. We got above it here on this time frame right here, and it took a lot of work. But when we zoom out over here, we're still moving within here. I say the breakout is coming. We'll come back into something like this. Actually, let me see if we did anything similar on this 12-hour with this part. We didn't, but it looks like we're going to start a squeeze in here off of this 12-hour as well. Looks like we will. I'm just running through just to see. Possible for the 8-hour as well. 16 would take a little bit more time. But it looks like we could. I know over here, like we're just at the 4-hour. I'm gonna hide these for now. I don't really need to see it for now. Those VWAPs. We're at the mean, like a mean reversion right here. It's what we actually tapped into right there for our mean reversion as we're trying to curve out and come back up. And then, like I said, it could just be something like this. It could take some time. Just looking at all of this, it could take some time if we're getting that move up. It can take some time to get us here. But it's definitely trying to curve out through here. Let's see what happens. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Love and appreciate you.